If you're selling print on demand on Etsy, your mockups matter more than you probably realize it does. You can have great designs, but if your mockup is not giving what it needs to give, your customers are not going to click and they're definitely not going to buy. But it's okay. Shh, shh, shh. It's okay. Don't worry, because today I'm going to be breaking down 3 ways to get high quality mockups for your Etsy print on demand shop. I'm going to explain the pros and cons of each so you can figure out which one would work best for you. Now, the first one I'm going to go over is ordering the product yourself and taking the photos yourself. So for example, if you were selling a sweatshirt, you would go ahead, go on your print provider's site, you'd put through an order, get it shipped to your house, and take the photos the way you want on yourself, on someone else, or if you want it laid out flat. This is, of course, the most hands-on approach that I'm going over, and it does give you the most control. But let's go to the pros and cons. The biggest pro for this option is realism. Your customer is going to actually get to see the actual print on the actual fabric, and will get the best idea of what it looks like in real life. And this is especially good for building trust, especially for higher priced items. But there are some downsides, so let's get to the con. Now, one of the biggest downs in my opinion for this is the amount of money it's going to cost you upfront to get all of this done. You're going to have to buy these products out of pocket so that you can have in your home. Maybe you don't even need these products for yourself, but you're going to have these products so that you can take the pictures, but you're going to have to order a lot of them, maybe one of each design, how many different colors you're going to get. There's just so many options when it comes to how much you're actually going to be investing into this. A second con, which might not be cons for everyone, but what if you don't know how to take good photos? If you don't know how to take good photos, then the photo probably would have turned out better with one of these other mockup options, because you need to have good lighting and good quality camera to be able to take good photos of your product. So while this option can be great for some sellers, it's not automatically the best for everybody. Now we're going to get into the second option, which is buying the mockups yourself. Now this can be bought on Etsy or other platforms, but buying the mockup yourself and just digitally putting your design on top of it. This is the option I would say I would recommend to most beginners, and is currently the option I do in my shop and what I've been doing since the beginning. These type of mockups can be found a lot of places, but I think the simplest place to find is literally Etsy itself. If you go on Etsy, type in your product type, you're actually able to search and add mockup at the end and find mockups that people are creating where they're taking good quality pictures in amazing lighting, and sometimes even themed for different holidays or events. And then once you get it, you can go in and digitally put your product design on top of the product. One tip I want to give for this is that, especially if you're using apparel and you want a lot of different colors, a lot of the shops on Etsy will actually have bundles where you can get multiple colors of a product. So instead of buying one of them at a time, because a lot of them I would say maybe cost between $2 and $5 for like a t-shirt mock-up, for example. So if you're buying a lot of t-shirt mock-ups with different colors and you're buying $5 for each of them, that can quickly add up. But I do know that a lot of the shops offer bundles, so you can get a bunch of them together to where it's like, okay, you can know that you can offer these colors because you have mock-ups for them where you can visually show them. Of course, you don't have to show your design on all the color options, but that's an option for you, or just if you want to show multiple colors, that's the way to do it. Check out the shop, go to their actual page, and see if they have any bundles for the product type you're selling. So the pros of this, it's a lot more cost effective than buying the products yourself, because you're just buying the product digitally and you can use it over and over and over again. If you have a 16-ounce mug, you can use that picture over and over again for different designs. As well as these pictures are very high quality and very professional looking. They have amazing lighting and amazing graphics, so everything looks good. That way, you don't need photography skills, you don't need big fancy lights, you don't need a fancy camera, you don't need any of that. And you can still have your designs look good on a product. And also another pro is that this is a really fast way to do it. Instead of ordering products and waiting for them to come in and not really being able to publish that listing until you have the product. So you have to create the design, then order the products, and then wait for those products to come in, and then however long it's gonna take you to take the pictures. In this option, it's very quick. You can just go on the same time you make the design, you finish making the design, say you want it on a red shirt, you go on, if you don't already have one, go into Etsy, search up your shirt type, get the color, get the mock-up, buy it, and put your design on. So it's very quick. Now, I would say the cons of this is that a lot of other people are doing this method. So of course they have access to the same images you have. So they are using a lot of the same images you have, especially the best sellers. So sometimes when someone is scrolling as a customer through Etsy, they can see a lot of mock-ups that look like they are from the exact same person because it's the same mock-up they're using. Now, this can be both a pro and a con, because maybe it seems like it's from a store that has a lot of sales, so they're kind of, you know, trusting that, and they're like, well, the mock-up looks the same, maybe it's the same quality. But then also it can be a con, because maybe your product and your design could just blend in with the rest. Now, because I recommend this method so much, one thing that I'm going to let you know that you can do to help your listing stand out, even if you use a mock-up that's similar to everyone else and it's just a really good mock-up, one thing you can do is add a video to your mockup. Now, if you haven't done this yet, you should definitely try it, even if it's just A/B testing 2 different listings with and without a video mockup. But if you have a video mockup on your product, when someone scrolls over it, it automatically will play the video. And now you're probably thinking, yeah, Tiana, I would love to have a video so that my listing can stand out compared to the rest because I'll have a video of my product, but how am I going to get a video if I'm not ordering every single product? And that's where today's partner, Kittl, comes in. Now, if you don't already know, Kittl is a browser-based design platform, which means you don't have to download anything, and it's designed to be like an all-in-one place for everything design. So for your logos, for your branding, for your print-on-demand designs, and even more. And maybe you've already heard about Kittl, but here's something that they just released that I'm so excited to show you guys. So in Kittl's new feature, it allows you to add motion to any photo or design you have. So you can take mockups that you already have and turn them into a video using AI prompts. You don't have to worry about editing or everything. All you got to do is put a text input of what you want to see and it'll make a video for you. And like I said, this matters so much on Etsy because having a video can really stop someone's scroll. Okay guys, here we are in Kittl. What I went ahead and did is I pulled up one of my designs and quickly made two different image models of two different teachers, and I was able to very quickly create two different videos, literally just using a simple prompt on my first try that I completely made by myself. So if we're to go to this teacher right here, again, the teacher already looks so realistic, and I wanted to turn this into a video. Now I already have it with the lanyard over her, which I specifically put in the prompt for the image because I want it to look super real and match the vibe of the teacher. Okay, and I'm gonna hit play, and this is the video it came up with. And that's the video I have there. This video looks super good. It looks so real. I got her picking up the papers, just doing regular teacher things. And I think this is so helpful to just show off the design in motion. The other one up here is just a little bit of a different look, just teacher picking up a cup of coffee and drinking it. And I think this also looks very nice. And those are two examples of just a very easy way to use the videos to create a mock-up for any of your designs. Movement naturally catches someone's eye, so I really wanted to be one of the first to try this out because this was not really possible with print on demand unless you bought your products before, but now it is possible with Kittl all on your computer. If you want to try out this new Kittl feature right now and be one of the first print on demand sellers to actually get going with this, I'll leave a link in the description for you guys to check it out for yourself. It's really so cool. And remember, you can always use code TianaYT for 25% off any of their plans. I'm so excited to see you guys explore with this. It's such a cool feature. Now, the third option for getting mockups on your shop is to sign up for a subscription site. These are platforms where you just pay a monthly or an annual fee and you get access to an entire library of mockups you can use. This is nice if you're creating for multiple different product types, or like I was saying before, you have multiple different colors. So you have all access to anything you want just by paying the subscription fee. A pro of this is definitely variety. Maybe you're not sure what colors you want to sell, so you don't want to pick a specific mockup color yet, or maybe you're just not sure what products you want to sell. This allows you to have full access to test and try different things until you figure out what you want to do. Another pro that kind of ties into the variety is that you can try different themes and different holidays of things very easily without having to invest more. Maybe you already have a mock-up of a white shirt, maybe there's like a Valentine's Day theme you wanted to do, so you want a more Valentine's themed background and you can get that without having to pay any more. The downside for this, and which is involved in any subscription, is that you're paying for it whether you use it or not. So this option would make a lot of sense for someone if they're actively listing and scaling and really want different themes without having to invest more and more and more. Not so much for someone that's just starting out unless you're getting a free trial. Now, there's no single best way to get your mockups, and that's why I made this video, because I really wanted you to see like the ins and outs of a few different options. What really matters most is that the mockups are clear and realistic and really can help the customer imagine the product in their life. You don't need to pick all of these methods, just choose one and kind of work with it to see how it works for you. And remember, bad mockups won't help a bad design start to do well, but it will help a good design start to convert more. If you've made it this far, please leave any color heart in the description so I know you guys are here. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Bye, people.